big burly shark boy is here. So yes, the new High White-Tip Berserker Dragon has now been released with a new collection event. And so just like the previous collection events, these do have special insignias. So this time we have Berserker insignias, we have different chests where you can get either Berserker orbs, other dragons, you could even get other heroic VIPs, and you are guaranteed orbs of the new High White-Tip Berserker Dragon if you open up these 60 insignia chests, which makes it look like a big bull of some kind, a big bull shark. But these chests also give you the opportunity to maybe just get the High White-Tip Berserker Dragon as a drop, but the chances are going to be very low of that. But as with before, we do also have a 600 insignia skin, which is the Hunter skill skin. And usually with these skins, just to pre-warn you, they're doable if you play 100% of the events, and also if you happen to have some E5 Berserkers. So, for instance, right now, we have the first quest, which is the Go Berserk quest. And inside this, you need the first Berserker that we had revealed to us, which was Rampage Berserker. And this boy, if you're wondering what level you'll need him at, because look, you can get ×1, all the way up to ×20 on stage 14. And if you want to finish all the stages, get all the orbs, you will need a level 61 Berserker. So, just as it says here, stage 14 for the ×20, and it shows you on Ditlep, required dragons is level 61, which means he will need to be in power 5. So if you're a new player, or someone that hasn't had these Berserkers already pre-empowered, prepared for this event, you might not be getting your hands on the skill skin, but you can still do a lot of great things. It doesn't mean you need every single Berserker necessarily to be E5. Exactly how many insignias we'll get, we'll have to wait and see through all the events. But the previous High Quantum Wormhole one, for instance, I wasn't super duper diligent, but I still managed to get to like 400 out of 600. So easily, if you end up getting all of them and being super diligent with the logins and not missing any of your daily ones, you definitely had some sort of chance at least. It's difficult, but it's there. So, speaking of which, if you want to give yourself the best chance of getting everything that you can out of this event, I highly recommend making sure that you claim your daily streak rewards so you can get the daily streak and the other one from the online web store. And you can do this on PC now, although normally you have to wait until like at least 4 o'clock before it works because it's just super buggy. But make sure you click claim now, go on the website and claim them every single day so that you can get your daily streak. That's quite important. But on top of that, we do just have the new events in general. We do have birthday celebrations coming up as well. So there is that you don't want to forget. But just very quickly, if you want to see the 2 skill skins, you can see them in the news section here. So like it says, get boosted damage and life points for its Enraged Hunter skill, deal boosted damage for its electric attack, and boost overall damage and life point stats with the Hunter skin. So get boosted damage for its Berserker skill, see more attacks in the Frenzy skin, and then you have to restart your game. But it shows you a quick overview of what each of the skins do. But of course, you have to actually get them to begin with. So, free-to-play plays probably not happening for you unless you are super duper diligent and you have all the Berserkers ready. But in terms of the chests themselves, just to go through what the actual drops are, because they are quite neat, and I have to say, my favorite looking chest out of all of them is the little bronzy one. Look at him, he's so cute. But the major drop that you are looking for in these bronze chests is going to be the ×10 insignias, to be honest with you. All the other rewards are okay, maybe ×10 of some of the Berserkers, but the main reward is going to be the ×10 insignias. Because if you get lots of ×10 insignia drops, it's just going to add to your total count here. You see I've got 2 whole insignias right now. The next chest, we do have up to 25 orbs of white tip. We've got heroic orbs. This one is kind of icky. The good drops out of this chest, I would say, are the Berserker Dragon drops, because, of course, with these dragons, you're going to need, like, 2 drops of them out of this chest to even be able to get them. But we have a few Berserkers, so the best one, IMO, would be the ×50 out of this. Then we have the big boy chest, which has that ×25 chance of getting High White-Tip himself. Then you could get any of those heroics, the recent heroics, or you could just get ×100 of the Berserkers. And honestly, this or any of these aren't a bad drop either, because Berserkers, when they were released, they were heavily overvalued, and when people have been trading for them, they've been trading out arms and legs for them. But this event gives you the chance to get Berserkers for free. So just like we had with the Quantum Dragons, they were first released as paid only, and then we had the event shortly afterwards, which makes them obtainable free to play. So if you want to get or give yourself the best chance of getting every single Berserker Dragon, you're gonna have a much easier time trading for them at the end of the event, because, you know, we've got 69 days remaining on this event. And at the end of the event, that is when you will see the easiest time frame for you to actually obtain them. So on top of that event, of course, we've still got the Bees event going on, and we have the new Arena Showdown. And inside this Arena Showdown, it's the same as the previous one. So we have a Heroic that you can get orbs for, but we've also got orbs for Duelim this time, which I like. And then we've also got orbs for Winston. So they're releasing all of the Tower Dragons again, because they were not easy to get a hold of before. I'm really happy that they're re-releasing all of those finally. So that's pretty neat, at least I think so. But the main things from today is just that Heroic VIP release. And the other thing is, if you have been saving up your currency for the Honeybee Island, now is the time for you to spend all of your event currency, because now, not only will you get to add to your leaderboard points, of course, but now the insignias right here have swapped over to those Berserker insignias. So just like I recommended before, if you ever have this formatting of events, because, you know, Dragon City goes through cycles, you will have X event, Y event, Z event, and they sort of happen again and again and again over time in the same way. And I think that generally it is a better idea in this context, when we are like right at the end of another event, to wait before you collect the insignias, unless collecting those times 5 insignias could get you like a 60 chest for the High Quantum Wormhole event. But if not, you're normally going to be better off just, you know, saving it and then only spending at the end of the event like right now. But in terms of what you want to go for in Honeybee Island, aside from that, whether you want to try and go for the main reward dragon or the event items is up to you. I would generally recommend the event items, but again, it's up to you what you want to spend your currency on. Just as long as you spend all of your coins by the end of the event so that you get leaderboard points, that is the main thing. Oh, there we go. We got our Bee Smoker. We got one of each right now. But grid takes so long to spend all of your currency, so I'll probably do this over like the next 3 days, because oh my days, it just takes so long to open these chests. I don't understand why we don't have a quick open option for grid yet, because doing this is just so unnecessarily long. It's not so bad later on, because it's actually pretty quick, just because the tiles end up costing like 500 each. But early on, oh my goodness, it takes bloomin' ages. So I'm going to do this over time. Maybe we'll get like roughly up to this point, maybe up to this rose box possibly, but we might not get Hive Drone, to be honest with you. And then of course the main reward dragon, there's no chance. Getting those times 10, there's no chance free to play. But if you did buy the pass, you get extra currency, you get really lucky with ads maybe, then you can go for that. But anyway, let's collect our first part of the Save the Beast collection. Oh look, a 1 breeding perk, how crazy is that? It's not crazy at all, but anyway. Oh, the Legendary Trade Essence isn't too bad though, I don't mind that one. I will take it, but yeah, that is the main thing to be aware of. So in terms of all the events that are going to come out, of course, over the next 70 days, we will have lots and lots of events with lots of different insignias. Like I said, there's no way to know for sure exactly how easy or difficult the skill skin is going to be to get all of those that you need. But the general advice is just to keep logging in. And especially since we're going to have birthday celebrations coming up, I'm just pointing out that they do exist because, you know, it happens every year. It's not really too much of a spoiler, but Dragon City's birthday is coming up very soon, which does mean that you should expect a lot of birthday celebratory events coming up shortly. And so it looks like most of those might be starting on the 23rd. I'm not sure what the exact date is when Dragon City's birthday is, but during the birthday events, there are lots of things happening, lots of cool stuff, usually. So there is that. I'm not even trying in my race. Like, I was too busy, and as you can see, we have Lin on basically lap 50. So I'm just getting as many rewards as I can. You know, IRL is more important not going to waste too many gems and not going to worry about things when, you know, we've got other priorities going on. So that's my stance on the race for this time. But we did manage to get Ambition actually a little bit more empowered, which is nice because the Empower Happy Hour, I'm glad they brought out another one, which was fantastic. So I'm going to keep empowering up my Ambition Karma. But overall, right now, I'm still chilling. We've just got our grid to do, and, you know, the Heroic Marathon will be coming to an end soon. So I hope that you managed to either get your hands on HMK or as many orbs and rewards as you wanted out of this event. But for now, we can mostly chill because, again, I'm not super logging in all the time. But at the same time, I am going to go for, you know, whatever I can. And speaking of which, my battle has just finished. You know, with these battles, you did have the ability that every 20 minutes you log in and gem them for 3 gems. And that is what a lot of people have done. Other people have just wasted thousands of gems getting to lap 50. You know, it's up to the person, but, you know, the most efficient thing to do is, like, wait until this gets to 1 hour and then gem for the 3 gems. And then you do that for every battle. You can get an entire node done in, like, barely any time whatsoever. That is the key to doing these marathons, really, or these recent ones. It's just you've got to be able to log in every 20 minutes, and I can only log in like once every 6 hours, so it is what it is. But anyways, also make sure you're doing your Wizard's Hollow just for the extra leaderboard points. If you manage to pick up a random Greedy Vampire on your way through, fantastic. But is Greedy Vampire really worth spending lots of gems on? IMO, no. Megalomania, his skill that mimics the last attack of the opponent, I think would be absolutely broken in PvP, but in PvE, player versus enemy, so enemy AI, it just doesn't work because the enemy AI just doesn't work sometimes. So that's the reason I don't like it. But, you know, it is what it is. So for now, I think those are the main updates that I wanted to go through for today. We've got a random Iron Heart here that I will hatch as part of a hatching quest soon. But, you know, we do also have the Divine Pass Berserker Hunt, of course, which has the HVIP in it, and it does have the chests and such in it. So just before I leave, let's open up this Berserker chest, which they've not even given us a gold, they've given us a silver tier. Whoa, that chest was very large. And we got 5 Heroic Jokers. I guess it could be worse. But yeah, that is the other thing that you should remember when you're doing this. Claim all of your rewards as you go through, and make sure you're doing all of your quests every week to get as many of these insignias as you possibly can, and you'll get quests like Feed a Dragon with Nature Element. Very easy, simple to do, but make sure you're focusing on these. The hardest ones to do are the arena battle ones, so hopefully you've got dragons available to do those battles. But you can see I've done 5 of them so far, and then I went on cooldown. So the main reason for that is because we are back to the old school arena formatting, so once your dragon gets taken out, you actually do have to wait now again. They are changing everything in this arena all the time. I don't know what's going on anymore, but we should be fine once our dragons are back up and running, so that's why I'm not doing anything else, but it's the same as before. ×1, ×2, ×3 primal tokens and random guaranteed dragon orbs, so there is that too. But for now, I think I'm going to skedaddle, but thank you for joining me. For now, I wish you the very best of luck. I hope you can get as many of these insignias as possible. Maybe pick up a skin. If not, maybe pick up some random berserkers. I don't really care for any of them, although I don't mind Bedwear. I think Bedwear is quite cute, so maybe we'll hope for a Bedwear drop, and, you know, by the end of the event, we'll probably be able to trade for all of them anyway. So I'm glad I didn't waste my resources on them before, personally. I don't care for the skill skin, but hey, if you're going for it, I do wish you the very best.